by all of them times. Nobody want us to shine. I got a lot on my mind. I take it off if you let me, you will not regret me. See, lately I'm praying you will not forget me.
What's poppin'? This is Cam Green, and we're here with another episode of the Green Print 713. And today's guest represents purpose through creativity, faith, and service. A Houston-based Nigerian-American artist, educator, and a storyteller whose work bridges culture, identity, and purpose. A proud graduate of Prairie View A&M University, he's chosen a path that blends creativity with impact, using both music and education as tools to inspire the next generation. As a middle school science teacher in A-Leaf ISD, he brings mentorship, creativity, and leadership into the classroom while continuing to pursue music and storytelling outside of it. He is also a proud husband and father, roles that continue to shape the responsibility and perspective behind everything he builds. Most recently, he released a powerful song titled Daddy's Chain, a deeply personal tribute honoring his late father and the legacy that he continues to guide through his life. Teacher, artist, husband, father. Here today to give us his green print and a returning guest from the original platform, the Green Light, Mr. John Patrick. What's good, baby?
It's good, fam.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How we doing, man?
I'm blessed, bro. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be breathing. Blessed for another chance, man. For real.
Boy, in rodeo mode got the Texas fit on, man. Got the Texas hat on.
I do say so myself.
Come on now. Yeah. You been?
I'm in dress code, by the way.
You are in dress code.
Yeah, I'm in dress code.
Yeah.
No dress code violation over
here.
I'm allowed in the rodeo.
Man, that's crazy, bro. Did you ever think we'd be here with this, like this whole dress code for the rodeo? Like,
nah, but to me, see, I got a different perspective. I feel like it's like a little racist. So I feel like they see in a lot of people how they dressing and they just like, nah, but we can't get them on how they look, so we got to get them on something, and then we just so happen to fit the description.
Okay.
But the reason why I say racist is because the way I look at it is somebody got to enforce the rule, right? So the rule itself is not racist. You need to be decent in public, especially something like the rodeo's family event. That's not racist, but it's giving space for bias. When somebody come to the gate and the person there is like, that's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? And we have historically been on the other side of that, not getting the grace, not getting the leeway. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how it could cause issues. Somebody saying my short's not that short. Somebody saying, oh, well, the rule is the rule. You know what I'm saying? Going back and forth. And then there's the ones that's just completely terrible, and they already know they can't get in.
Yeah,
it don't matter what.
And it looks like a lot of these videos have been going viral. A lot of these kids been fighting at the rodeo. It's not even. It's not the music. It's not anything. They just not conducting. I say no more. You
kids.
It's kids. It's kids
in public. They parents not around.
Just doing nonsense, man. So
cameras is out.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I hate when these cameras get to coming out. Nobody want to stop the fight. They just want to record it. Say no more.
Yeah,
we sounding old. Like us millennials sounding ancient now. We unks now. That's crazy.
Unks.
Oh my God. All right. Well, look. This segment is called Green Screen.
Okay.
All right. If someone was to do a biopic on your life, on a movie on your life, man, what would you call it?
That's a good question. That's something I never thought of. I'd say like maybe something like Voices in the Hallway. Or Deeper Than Rap.
Okay. Care to elaborate a little bit, or what inspired that?
I feel like as far as Voices in the Hallway, I feel like it can go so many ways. It's not giving away what the movie is gonna be specifically focusing on. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me as an educator, hallway, and then I just think of like even being a father in my home. The home, all aspects of the home is kind of like my responsibility to like protect or inspect. If you hearing voices in the hallway, you know, it's me that got to get up and go, you know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it got a sense of mystique to it, but it's also like very profound once you like look into it.
It sounds like a thriller, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so where we, if this was the opening scene, what song is playing and where are we starting this at?
I'll probably start off like at a playground. Like I'm on the what's it called? Monkey bars. The thing that you like hold on to, and I'm upside down on a monkey bar. Probably like song playing, probably like one of my songs.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably like
I'm from Houston.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Like I got a lot.
Yeah.
So, but I can see it. You actually got my mind thinking like a movie would be crazy.
Yeah.
A movie would be crazy. I could see it happening.
And that this sets the tone for the rest of the podcast as well. So just understanding your movie, understanding your life, understanding your story. That's how we paint this picture. So the opening scene, you on the monkey bars playing one of your songs. Anything else that you would detail in there?
It's just a lot of kids around. Like it's a lot of voices. You just hearing a lot of voices, and like for whoever doing the movie, like what they'll focus on is the fact that like I could hear all the voices. Like I could hear the kids over there fighting, it's mine. I could hear the mom saying, get down. I could hear like, you know what I'm saying? It would like tune in to the different voices. Yeah. It would be something crazy.
Now how old are you in this scene?
Probably like 7, 6.
Okay. Do you feel like that was one of those ages that was played a huge significance to your life? Like, is that when you started to like truly understand life, or like what is it about that age?
I just didn't want to say 6, 7.
Okay. Oh Lord, that's the educator in this man. That's the educator in this man, bro.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, nah. The producer talking about you got to remove you. Man,
right, I'm sorry.
Say no more. Okay. All right. Well, let's get into it then, man. What was it like, you know, growing up as a Nigerian American in Houston? I know, and the funny thing about it is, I don't know if you caught the episode that I did with Chinadu. But me and Chin was talking about something that we talked about in 2020 when I first had the podcast. And I think we did it on Zoom the first time. So this is the first in person time recording. But bro, we were talking about just how the different gaps and the different realities it is as Nigerian Americans and being too Nigerian for Americans and then being too American for Nigerians. So what was it like for you in your perspective of growing up in Houston?
I mean, pretty much what you said. Like, it's an identity crisis. It's an identity crisis based on the fact that society tell us to fit in, go into a box. Like, where do you fit in? Like, these are the options, get in one. You know what I'm saying? And so when you don't fit perfectly in one, you feel like the odd one out. You feel left out. You feel different. You feel misunderstood. So whenever you mixing things, whenever you have a duality or some type of nuance, and it's not backed with the confidence of, you know, who you are is perfect, especially as a kid, you're gonna feel like less than. And the reason why you feel less than is because them over there, they're fully whatever. So they fully understand everything about that and they act in the confidence of that. Them over there, they're fully this. So they understand all the intricacies of it. While you have a bit of this, and a bit of that. So you could get left out of something that you are a part of, but because you're not fully a part of it, you're being left out and you're being left behind, you know. And that's just one of the worst feelings as a kid, is to not fit in or not be a part. You know, that's one of the first things we want, is to make a friend, to feel seen, you know what I'm saying? So when it's something you can't even articulate, it cuts deeper. So I said all that to say, for me, I was fighting an identity crisis that I didn't even know was happening. You know, I didn't even know what was happening until I got older and I look back. But at the time, I just hated being left out. I just hated not getting the insiders. I just hated not having the same experience. It was the time my best friend, we was born like 8 days apart. Everything is similar. So many things similar about us. People thought we was brothers. Main difference between us, like, we have the same amount of sisters. Our sisters are the same age. Our moms are the same age, right? It was like so weird. He's 12, I'm 21. So like our birthdays are like, and we had every class together. It was crazy. We had every class together up until 8th grade. And I used to wish, it was weird. I used to wish that my parents lived in separate homes, because he'll be like, I'm going to my dad's house. I'm at my mom's house. And I just thought that was like something cool that I couldn't experience. It's like, he like, oh yeah, my dad let me, my mom be tripping. And I'm like, dang, I wish like I could go over here. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could take advantage of the fact that my parents don't like each other. One say yes, the other one say no, and it's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? So it was weird that I wanted certain things. Like, even Jordans. Like, my parents, they didn't care about no Jordans. They didn't care about no Air Force One. We was hitting Payless. We was hitting Rainbow. You know what I'm saying? We was hitting a 99 cent. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, to see other people whose parents bought you the newest Jordans, like, how y'all affording this? You know what I'm saying? So it was left out on that side. And then on the Nigerian side, same thing, like, just not understanding the language fully, not understanding the traditions fully. So now when I'm with my Nigerians, it's like I feel like I'm the odd one out. Like, I'm the one that doesn't understand, and it's almost like a shame attached to it. Like, you don't even know your culture. You uncultured. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll say like you Americanized, and at the time it's like I felt bad, because I'm like, yeah, I was born in America, lived in America my whole life. I mean, like, I don't know what you expect, but it was like a shame attached to it. So it was hard, but I never realized it. I was just trying to, I became a chameleon. That's really what happened. Even if I didn't understand something, I kind of like pretend like I did until I did. So I was able to, I say one thing, like, a Nigerian American, especially in A-Leaf, can be in any single environment. They can thrive in any single environment. They can be in a trap with the Vatos, or they could be at the golf club course with the rich people. They could be with the Asians that's getting money, or they could be with the Asians that's taking their SAT. They could be with a straight African environment where, like, it smell like Africa. They speaking the Nigerian language. They, you know what I'm saying? Or they could be with all Americans. You know what I'm saying? They could dress up with a polo and be with the whites, or they can sag super low, tall tee, and be with the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Like Nigerian Americans was able to like really become chameleons, and we had the privilege of being able to slide into any environment and still be accepted and still thrive in it. So that was a privilege that I grew up with. But like I said, all of this stuff, I'm thinking about this afterwards. While I'm in it, I don't realize that.
So how old were you when you started to actually embrace both identities?
Probably like, what's 2019? Probably like 22. Probably like
last 5-7 years,
Yeah, like,
because you said 2019. That's
yeah,
what, 7 years?
before COVID for sure. It was like right before COVID. So I'll say 2018, 2019. So I was like 23, 24, or 22. I went to Nigeria for the first time as an adult in 2019, but I've been wanting to, like, for some time. I just didn't have the money to. So opportunity presented itself. I got on that flight, and I paid for my own ticket, and I went, and that opened my eyes even more. But before that trip in 2019, I had already started embracing it more and wanting to go out there.
Okay.
So I was a grown man by the time I started actually feeling confident and inquisitive of who I was in that aspect.
Yeah. I think for a lot of, even for African Americans who, Black Americans that don't know their origins, I think we started to truly, I ain't gonna say that 2018 was that point. Because I'm pretty sure it happened before, but I think when Black Panther came out, everybody started to embrace the African diaspora as a whole, because it's like, wow, this was a clear depiction for people that later on, maybe the older generations kind of understood, or maybe some of them did see, or actually whoever has done Black studies would know, or been to a HBCU would know, or would embrace. But for the rest of the world who didn't get any type of exposure, I think that movie was, even though it was a fictional movie, it felt real. There was a lot of people that'll tell you, man, when I was in the theaters and I seen them go through Wakanda, my eyes just was teary, because it's like, wow, I actually see us in a light that is beautiful and vibrant and not fitting a stereotype. Like, the rest of the world see us as one thing, but now we get a full film that's breaking box office, that's billions, and it's putting us in a light where we're heroes. And giving, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's when I really started seeing more Black Americans and that come from here start wearing the dashikis and start to truly, start embracing and started eating the jollof, to start eating the stew, to start, fufu and all of those things. Like, man, let me go kick it with some of my Nigerian friends and
see what they like.
Ghanaian. Let me go travel to Egypt. Let me go do all of these things and see what it's hidden for. Yeah.
And crazy you said that, because I watched it and I felt like Killmonger. I wasn't impressed. I wasn't impressed with the whole Wakanda thing, because I'm like, I feel like Killmonger. I'm like, this not cool that this is possible and y'all are confining it and hiding it. Like,
but the rest of the world need to see this.
That's what I'm saying. So in my head, like, I was upset that this actually could be real. And I start actually thinking, like, this could be real and we still wouldn't know, even though they put it in the movie, because it's hidden. And I start feeling like Killmonger, I took on that aggression and that animosity that he had, because I'm like, bro, our people is literally suffering across this globe. If there is any type of advantage that we could have, who's hiding it? You know what I'm saying? Like, and what are you waiting for? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I left there, like, I held that. I carried that with me. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I just love that. Like, I was like, nah, what Killmonger was talking about,
I'm on that
that's
same
what
thing.
I'm on. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and it makes sense. 2018, it makes sense why I wanted to go back for myself, because, like I said, in my head, I'm like, man, this is real. This is real, bro. It might not be all sci-fi and all this stuff, but I know for a fact, in a continent as big as Africa, the biggest continent,
it is.
It's riches. It's advancement.
It's where human life started.
It must be.
Yeah.
It must be. The picture that they painted for us can't be the truth. So that, you're right. That probably did accelerate my, like, curiosity. Like, I gotta go see it for myself.
Yeah.
And when I touched down on that land, when I tell you, I literally felt like I was at home. Like, I really felt like somebody who, like, I don't want to say, like, been to jail, because I never been to jail, but, like, somebody who just went to camp or went somewhere, right, vacation or somewhere, and then you get back home. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like I was just, like, coming back home, and it was a peace.
Homecoming.
Yeah, it was a peace that I can't even, like, I can't even refill that moment.
Yeah.
I could never refill that moment. It was just a peace.
So growing up in Houston, growing up in A-Leaf, but having those Nigerian roots, went through K through 12 in A-Leaf?
We moved out. My 9th grade year, I moved out to Richmond.
Okay.
And that's why I'm telling you, that's when I realized, because I moved out to Richmond, then I was with the white folk. Mm-hmm. My school was majority white.
What was it, Foster?
Okay. Foster. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm in a whole, like, I grew up in A-Leaf. And before A-Leaf, I was like Southwest. So, you know what I'm saying? I probably knew 5 white people, like, in my life. You know, I'm not talking about Scene. I'm not talking about Disney Channel. I'm talking about I know their name and they know me. 5. Then I get to a school that majority of the people in here is white. Every stereotype that I had about white people was every day was getting destroyed. Because I didn't know white people. Even the white people that I knew, some of them acted like us. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know what the truth of how white people acted, interacted, you know what I'm saying, other than movies, TV. So I get around and I'm just like, because in my head I was like, they're not going to understand me. They're not going to, and like, that's where I first saw cool white people that wasn't trying to act black. And I was just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, now as adults, it sounds crazy what I'm saying, but as a 15-year-old, I was like, oh, they still cool even if they not trying to like fit in, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they cool as they are, like with they Sperry's and they, you know what I'm saying? Like, you cool, bro. Like, I had cool friends, bro. Like, and it just opened up my eyes, and it also showed me, like I said, chameleon. It showed me my ability to morph even in those spaces, because I had all GT, AP, pre-AP, honors classes, so I was that kid in those classes, you know what I'm saying, that black kid or that African kid in those classes. So I'm not about to be the odd one out all the time, you know what I'm saying. A couple times they turn the light off, where'd JP go?
Wow.
And I didn't know what was happening, you know what I'm saying. So once I realized what was happening, I was like, nah, I gotta make some allies, because y'all not finna be running these jokes on me or running these insults on me, and I'm just oblivious. So I start befriending them. So now they're telling me, like, they said this about you, or they'll just be like, y'all chill out, you know what I'm saying. They'll have my back, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I learned how to morph into, that was my final stage, learning how to morph and be with them. That was the last thing I needed to go off into the world and be who I needed to be. Yeah.
Man, I love that. Now, how do we get to Prairie View? So we go to Richmond. We in Foster, graduated from there.
Yeah.
How does Prairie View come into the picture?
I'm gonna tell a long story short.
Okay.
So I graduated in 3 years because I hated it. I hated the high school. I hated Richmond. I hated the area. I was so resentful that my parents moved me away from going to Taylor High School. Like, since a 5th grader, I wanted to go to Taylor. And what are the odds I get drafted for Taylor? You know what I'm saying? So it was like the best thing ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, draft day was crazy. Like, we was so lit. Like, everybody that got the school they wanted was so lit. So, of course, we going through middle school just thinking, like, I can't wait till high school. Can't wait till high school. Can't wait till high school. 2 weeks before school started, my parents like, we moving to Richmond. I said, I'm going to miss y'all. Y'all moving to Richmond? I'm gonna miss y'all. They like, no, we moving to Richmond, all of us. I said, I'm not moving. I said, how far is that? Am I gonna be able to catch a bus to go to Taylor? Like, how am I gonna get to school? They're like, no, it's a different school out there. I think it's called Foster. I said, you want me to go to a foster home? That's what you're doing. That's what you're proclaiming to my life. I said, there's no way. There's no way. I cried. I said, there's no way. Anyways, so like I said, so I wanted out of there. As soon as I got there, I was trying to figure out how to get out. I found out I could graduate early. I was like, bet. Graduate early, go to college. I got admitted to UH. I was 16 years old when I was applying. I'll never forget that. 16, got admitted to UH. That was big for me because it was like a big school, engineering program. And I could have got a scholarship, but they said they ran out of funds or something like that. But they said the next semester I can apply for the scholarship. Boom. So 17, I graduate, move. I go to UH. Hated it. too big, too fast, too much. I wasn't ready for that. I was 17 years old, ripping and running with 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, like trying to get on pace, but it was just going too fast. It's a commuter school, so like people not even there. I'm trying to, oh, y'all want to meet up to study? They like, yeah, I got a kid, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not what I thought college was gonna be. So I was like, I gotta get out of here. So all my cousins and all my like close friends was at Sam. So I was trying to get to Sam. I applied and everything, got in. I got a scholarship. Only thing I was missing was room and board. So I couldn't get room and board. So I was telling somebody, one of my homies, and they was like, bro, come to PV. And they was like, even if you don't get room and board, bro, come stay with me. And I was just like, nah, I need some place to stay. Like, he was like, bro, we got a room. It's the phases, and somebody moved out. We got an extra room. And this is like second semester. So he was like, he was here first semester. He's not coming back second semester. He was like, the room is wide open. I was like, I applied, got in, got a transfer scholarship. Boom. And I had went to a homecoming the year before, and that's what sold me on like PV is okay. Like PV, I would like to go here, but I didn't know what great of an opportunity that I actually was going into until I was already a student and I started going to PV. I didn't know how great it was. In my head, I'm gonna stay here for a semester, a year, run my bread up. I'm going to Sam. I was just trying to get to Sam. So, but when I got to PV, oh man, I fell in love, bro. Like, it was one of them home feelings. It was like, now this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it was God at the end of the day. It was God pulling the strings and getting me where I actually needed to go, not where I wanted to go.
What's one of the biggest things that Prairie View taught you?
One of the biggest things that Prairie View taught me was that Black excellence comes in, it's like a mosaic. It's like it comes in so many different forms. You know what I'm saying? There's not one look, or there's not one prototype for what excellence looks like with us. It taught me that it's in all forms. And even when I say that, I'm not talking about intelligence. I'm talking about I'm seeing my friends DJ until 3 a.m. It's just a crib. It's not a party. It's not a kickback for real. It's just a crib, but they so into it and they figuring out the transitions, and I'm seeing the genius in him as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? His musical genius, his intelligence, his art. You know what I'm saying? Clothes. I seen he's getting acclaim now. He's getting the recognition now. But remember Charles, I'm seeing him take pictures. Sometimes I'll just be like, could you take a picture on my phone? The pictures on my phone he was taking was fire. He had a camera. He started taking pictures, and all his pictures just look beautiful to me. It's like he just had an eye. You know what I'm saying? And these are people that I'm in class with, I eat with, I hoop with. These are just my regular friends, but I'm already seeing the beauty and the intelligence in all these people around me, and they coming from different backgrounds, coming from different socio-economic classes, and it don't matter. I'm seeing the beauty of it all. So that was like the best thing for me, is to see my people in that light. You know what I'm saying? Because we can also get lost in the media's propaganda. We can also get lost in how we're portrayed and start to take that in and think like, this is what the real is. You know what I'm saying? So actually being able to live and be with somebody from Oak Cliff, what I thought of Oak Cliff, and my homies that I actually met that was from Oak Cliff, it's like, yeah, they got that dog in them, but that's not who they are at all times. You know what I'm saying? But that propaganda, that media have you think that of your own people. You know what I'm saying? So that was the beauty of it, for real.
I like that, man. I really do like that. And is there any, do you have any mentor relationships from Prairie View that impacted you till this day?
Not to get emotional, but like when I had switched over to education, it was a lady named Miss Roberts. She took me in under her wing. Your wife probably know her.
Absolutely.
She took me in under her wing, man. She saw something in me, more than I saw in myself. She gave me so much grace. She was patient with me. I was nowhere near close to the maturity and self-awareness that I am now. But she saw it in me already, and she treated me as if like I was already there. And so she would have been, man. I would have never stopped being in contact with her if she didn't pass a few years ago. But yeah, like she was real big. She was real big for me, and that real big for me.
Wow. Yeah. Speaking of education, how did you even find that path as a career?
I definitely never wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be an artist. I wanted to rap. I saw myself as Lil Bow Wow, Omarion, you know what I'm saying, Chris Brown, a young prodigy. Like, I always saw myself as that person that somebody would be like, bro, you're a star. Let's get you to, you know what I'm saying? So that's what my mind was, and I just went to school because my parents wanted me to, and everybody was going to school, and I was smart. So, but I hated engineering. I did not want to be an engineer. I never saw myself as an engineer. I just saw myself making engineering money.
Gotcha.
So once engineering started getting to a point where you had to lock in, I was like, I'm working on an album. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't lock in on this. And so I wasn't really giving nothing my 100%. I was giving the music 75%. I was giving school like 40-50%. I wasn't giving anything 100%. So I wasn't seeing the success of anything. I wasn't seeing the success of what I should have seen. I wasn't seeing the grades and the you know what I'm saying, response from my professors in school. And I wasn't, as much success as I saw in music, it was always capped. It was always limited because I was never 100% in. I had my focuses on too many different places. I got to turn in an assignment at 11:55. You know what I'm saying? So I never really fully got into anything. So I was like, I want to be an artist. I'm done with this engineering. I was actually ready to drop out, but I was praying to God, like, I don't want to do something you don't want me to do. I want to do what you want me to do. So I hope that's music. But if it's not, let me know and I'll do it.
Yeah.
And I saw too many signs in education. I saw way too many signs in education. And I was like, I'm not doing that. But anything else you want me to do, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, be a teacher. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm not going to teach. All right. I wanted to cross that one off the list. So we got engineering crossed out and teaching crossed out. What's next? And God just was too persistent on my heart. This is where I was supposed to be. And so I tested God, and I went into the education building, and I was just like, let's see what's going on in here. And I went in there, and the first day I went in there, everybody in there was like, are you supposed to be in here? Are you? And I was like, well, I'm just trying to see. I'm thinking about changing my major. They was like, we need more black male teachers. We need more black male teachers. We'd love to have you. And I felt needed for the first time in a long time, other than like relationships in high school and middle school. You know what I'm saying? I felt needed. I felt like somebody wanted me and needed me. And that was, God knew how much I craved wanting to be seen and wanting to be needed. So he gave me that, me peeking in, he gave me that hook, baited me in and reeled me in. After that, I was just like, God, if this is what you want me to do, make it easy. I'm already behind. I took years doing this. Make it easy. And I'm telling you, like, doors was just opening. Miss Roberts found me. She was like, don't worry about that. Boom, boom, boom. Come here. Be here at 8 a.m. and don't be late. I got you. Doing this. I was just like, okay. All right. Whatever. And I told God, I said, you know what would make me happy. I know what would make me happy, but I want to know what's going to make you happy. And what ended up happening was God knew what he was going to do later on, and mixing the two together. I didn't see the vision, but I think God has blessed me since then, because even though I didn't see the vision, I just had faith to just trust him and go down that path.
And I love that.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned that you always wanted to do music. So what was the age that you took it seriously?
16.
Okay. You remember your first rap?
No, I've been rapping since I was a kid.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been rapping since I was little. I always was writing songs, but I never thought I could take it seriously. I never thought like it was just always fun, something I could do. Mind you, I thought we could all rap. I thought everybody could rap. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know like I was that special. I didn't think it was nothing too crazy. I just, was doing it. But then in high school, like we'll be rapping at the lunch table. People would just be so amazed, and I'm just like, "Wait, y'all can't do this?" And they'll just be like, "My boy, yeah, rap," and I'm like, "Y'all can't rap," you know what I'm saying? And so that's when I realized I had a real separating talent, and so I just start being around people that wanted to make music, watching them, just looking up to them, and then finally, like my senior year, I was like, "I'm finna do it." Yeah.
I like that, man. Now, who was your favorite artist growing up?
So I had Lecrae.
Okay.
Lecrae was big for me because he kind of broke the mold of corny Christian artists. To me, they was all corny, and then to me, I felt like artists back then was using Jesus and using God to separate themselves, but not really, but just like, see, I'm not rapping about these cars and clothes. I'm rapping about the scars of gold of Christ. And then it was like, yeah, you rapping about God, but it seemed like you just doing that to like be different. It's not like you actually, it wasn't genuine to me. I feel like they was just doing that so they could get ahead. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I hate is when Christian artists be like, if I wanted to make it, I could make it regardless. If I wanted to make it, I wouldn't be going the Christian route. I would have just stop lying. When you doing something different, you automatically stand out. So if you're doing something different and you're good, you're gonna get more attention. But the thing about Christian rap, why I say a lot of them do use that, is because they know. A lot of people don't really care like how good you are. If you saying glory to God, put your hands up. Glory to God, put your hands up. People not gonna be like boo, like they gotta, you know what I'm saying? And then you got the youth camps back in the day, so it was like a feeding ground for anybody that as long as you saying Jesus, as long as you saying hallelujah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the youth camps like, this is whack, bro. Cause I listen to T.I., I listen to Lil Wayne, I listen to Eminem. Y'all are nothing near them. Y'all not even as good as these radio rappers, and I don't even like the radio rappers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So when I heard Lecrae, I was like, he inspired me to actually wanna speak about God in my music.
Do you remember what song it was?
It was a song called Joyful Noise. I'll never forget. It was a song called Joyful Noise, and the beat was so hard. Dun, 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 dun. And I was just like, who is this? And he was like, your boy's been a Christian quite a few years. Tickled in my face, but I prayed in my fears. Yeah. I heard a lot of words that it tickled many ears. That's why I praised God. And I was just like, oh, he kind of like hard. Like he really riding a beat. Like he really. So I was so geeked. I'll never forget. I heard it at a church camp. I went home, like Joyful Noise, Lecrae, and I was listening to it for like 3 weeks straight. And so everything he dropped after that, I was all in. And yeah, so as far as closer to me, that's what it was. But I grew up on 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, on them too. But none of them was like.
Lecrae was just
Lecrae was more aligned with me.
He was that first rapper. There was Christian artists way before him. Yeah, but I feel like he
that made sense.
He broke them up, and then on top of that, him being from Houston too.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I think my first time seeing Lecrae was at like church. I had no idea who he was. Yeah. He was passing out his CDs, and then next thing you know, I'm listening to the CD. I'm like, okay, cool. This like
hard.
Man, this about like 03, 04.
Yeah.
Later on, not realizing that was actually Lecrae. Like I'm like, oh, okay. So say no more. So let's get into this part, bro. So you recently released a powerful song called Daddy's Chain. So first and foremost, I want to send my condolences to you, bro. And you definitely been heavy on my heart, bro. And I be seeing your posts, I be like, man, I don't know what to say. I just want to send a heart. You know what I'm saying? Or just prayer hands, just let them know, like, bro, you got somebody that see you. You did spit a few lines on it, hard lines, by the way. Like they did what they did. They stood out. But one of the lines you said something along the lines of went viral and I stopped rapping. Yeah. Can you speak on that?
Yeah. So Daddy's Chain was like the first song I dropped after probably like a year or so. And even the songs that I dropped the year before was like songs that I had already made that I was trying to get out. I was just trying to put some music out. And so I didn't really promo it or nothing. So probably I'll say like almost 2 years I had went without putting out music. I was always trying to get in the studio and make music. So Daddy's Chain was like me coming back. But even so, to get a story, so I went viral off of my song called Quenu. And how I went viral was the song wasn't even out. I made the song when I came back from Nigeria. I made this song expressing like how I felt about who I was and my duality, right? And I made the song for my cousins and my people that I met back home, because I wanted to, like, you know what I'm saying, like show them like this is me, but I'm shouting out to y'all, you know what I'm saying, because I know who I am now, you know. So there's something called the Igbo Fest. I'm Igbo, so there's something called Igbo Fest in Houston every year. So the year before, my mom was performing at it, and when I was looking in the crowd, I was like, I'm gonna perform here. Like, I don't know when, but I'm gonna perform here, like maybe even next year. So boom, we fast forward to next year. They call my mom back to perform. My mom can't because she's gonna be out of town. My mom is a gospel singer, by the way. She's a Nigerian gospel singer. She always moving around, performing, ministering. So she like, I can't, but my son can. And she was like, here, talk to him. Boom. So I had recorded the song. I already had the song in a tuck. I've been had it. I just never put it out, never promoted it because I wasn't on that wave. So it was like hard for me to just switch like how my music was coming. So I sent it to the dude. He was like, I love it. You performing on a big stage. You like, I want you to perform twice, at the beginning and at the end. And I was just like, bet, you know what I'm saying? Like, manifested it. It's happening. So at the beginning of the event I performed, but then at the end it was way more people there, and it was a whole bunch of younger people. And so somebody captured the video of me performing, and the crowd is going crazy, right? So I'm performing the song, the crowd is going crazy, like my drip's crazy, aura's there. So boom, the video looked good. So just like always, I perform, I post my recap. So I just posted the recap, and I put the captions on there just in case people didn't know what I was saying, because I was saying some Igbo words, I was saying some American words. So I put the captions on there. When I tell you I posted it like normal, got my followers that say what's up. I'm like, appreciate it. Didn't even look at it no more. Probably like 2 days later, somebody say, yo, it's so beautiful to see you finally getting your recognition or something like that. And I was just like, appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know what he was talking about. So I clicked the link to what, because it was my link, like he sent me a link, and I seen thousands of views, thousands of likes. I was like, what's going on? So anyway, fast forward, it goes crazy. Like, I'm talking about crazy, like millions of views, right? And it shifted my whole perspective, because I had a crossroad moment. Like, do I want to stay on this, like, hip hop that I've been on, or do I want to, you know, transition over to the Afro world and infuse it better? You know what I'm saying? I'm still rapping, but I'm giving them more of that Afro vibe, and I'm appealing to the people, because like all my views was coming from Nigeria. Like, it was crazy, like thousands of views, thousands of followers. I went from 5,000 followers to 25,000 followers in like a week. You know what I'm saying? Nigeria, Ghana, like Africa was just on me hard. So I'm like, it only makes sense for me to give them that. But the problem with what I did was, since that wasn't my bag, now I was playing catch up. Instead of me keeping that momentum and giving them me that I built up over the years, I felt like I was trying to get into the jump rope, the double dutch that was already happening, and I was trying to jump into it instead of just doing my own thing. And but I'm versatile, so I was able to do it, but I always felt like I was playing catch up. I didn't have the same confidence as when it was, you know what I'm saying, when I wasn't getting the views. I still had the confidence because I knew who I was, and I still knew it was fire. So I wasn't really rapping as much, and I was and I was like kind of like singing more, kind of like trying to infuse the dance into it too. And I just burnt out. I was getting booked more than I ever had in my entire life. Getting paid more than I ever got in my entire life. Getting feature requests more than I ever had in my entire life. People asking me what's the cost. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, like send it. Some of them I just didn't want to do the song, but they kept on saying like whatever it is, I'll pay it. And I'm just like So I'm getting the recognition, but in a way I'm starting to lose myself again. And I had just started coming up to my identity, so I started losing myself again because it's a balance. I'm not supposed to be on either side. I'm supposed to be solid and confident in the middle. But I start trying to lean and overcompensate on my Nigerian side, and I'm not a pro in that area. You know what I'm saying? I'm not an expert over there. So now I'm like almost like starting over. And it burned me out. It just confused me. Like I was trying to do something that I thought was the logical thing to do, but in all actuality, I should have just stuck to my guns. You know what I'm saying? And I think me branching off, doing a song or two would have been cool. You know what I'm saying? Showing my respects, but I had to bring them back to where I'm a heavyweight at. You know what I'm saying? I'm Alif Ali in this court. You know what I'm saying? Like this is me. I'm the man here. That's what I should have kept it at, which is rapping, which is hip hop, which is, you know what I'm saying, all of that. So when that started happening, and then I had a kid, my first son, music just wasn't, I didn't have the same drive and passion for it because it started becoming like transactional. And once that happened, I was like, ew, when did I become a how much artist? Like I did it for free for 10 years, 12 years. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been a how much they talking. If they talking the right numbers type person, you know what I'm saying? I get to perform, bet. I'm finna light this crowd up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm leaving with 100 more fans. It's 500 people in there. I'm taking, like, that's how I used to think. You know what I'm saying? PV, you put me on the Apollo, I don't care if they booing. I'm there. Like I'm leaving with some fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when that started happening, I had to really look at myself and say, what's going on? And I was just like, I heard this voice just saying like, quit. And I was so scared when I heard that voice telling me to quit music because it was specific, like, you got to quit this music. And I was so scared. I thought it was the devil voice. I told my wife, I said, the devil just told me to quit. It's like it was this deep, dark voice telling me to quit music. And she was like, don't listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And so I keep going. A couple days later, I got another revelation that wasn't the devil voice. And what it actually was I had to stop doing what I was doing because that wasn't the direction that I wanted to go in. And when I was younger, I was chasing that little Bow Wow dream. But I had already started creeping towards 30. So I was getting depressed that I never had my little Romeo stage, my little JJ stage. Like, they never saw me in that stage where I was, you know, I stood out amongst everybody. Now people catching up. Now the studio helping people sound just as good as me. You know what I'm saying? Now you got people like writing for years and finally they didn't caught up to my, you know, what I'm doing. So I was just like, what's going on? Like, I had to get to a point where I was like, I gotta quit that dream. I gotta quit chasing that because that was never who I was. I was always a timeless, you know, transgenerational bridge between multiple cultures, multiple generations, multiple ages, multiple people, different type of people. Like, that's what I was. I was always that bridge. So there's no time for that. There's no period for that. There's no era for that. It's a timeless thing. You know what I'm saying? And so once I realized that, I could let go of that past aspiration I had of making it big on TRL or 106 in Park, you know what I'm saying, being discovered, you know what I'm saying, and I started looking at it as, this is my mission in life. So whether they pick it up or not on TV, I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing, especially when people hitting me up saying, like, bro, I was finna end it, but because I heard your song. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I be worried about a Grammy when human beings are telling me that because I heard your song, I decided not to take my own life. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pick which one do I want. You know what I'm saying? Do I want like just a million faceless fans, or do I want to make an actual impact in even just one? You know what I'm saying? And so being a teacher helped me realize that, because like I got to see my fans, and it's not that they was my fans, but I got to see my influence. I got to see my audience. I got to see how my words impacted people. You know what I'm saying? In person. And I realized that's more of who I am. I'm more of an in-person vibe. I'm not a crowds of 100,000 and they might know my song, but you know what I'm saying? That's just because it got a catchy hook. Nah, I'm in the field. I'm in the trenches with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm right here with you. I'm a Bob Marley type. You know what I'm saying? I'll get out in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Be here, right here with you. That's the type of artist I am. That's the type of person I am. So that's what I realized on the back end. But yeah, and doing that allowed me to be confident expressing myself, even in my pain, even in my grief, because I wasn't doing it to get signed, or I wasn't doing it to get attention, or I wasn't doing it for the views. I was doing it because I got a natural God-given talent of putting these words together on these beats, and if I'm going through something, I'm gonna heal myself first. You know what I'm saying? That's what you hearing. You hearing me healing myself first. I can't help heal nobody else if I'm toxic and torn and poisonous on the inside. So I had to drain the poison, and the only way for me to do that is to tap in with my superpower. You know what I'm saying? Or else I would shrink and shrivel up into something I was never called to be, if that makes sense.
Man, that's powerful, dude.
Yeah, bro.
That's powerful. Where you at with the music now?
So I feel betrayed in a way, because this whole time while I've been making music, I've been building connections, I've been meeting people, I've been fostering relationships. I always felt like there was going to be a time where I needed to call on that, or you know what I'm saying, reach out to that person. And over the past couple years, like, the line ain't been picking up. You know what I'm saying? It haven't been translated. People that I know, people that I was in the trenches with, starting off with music, they didn't got way farther than me because they put 100% into it. They put in it's their full-time thing. I'm reaching out to them, and they looking at me like, I can't really do nothing for you right now. You know what I'm saying? And so I felt betrayed in so many ways, because it's like when we was in the apartments, when we was just in the closet studio, when we was just freestyling in the car, everything was green. And I never looked down on you. I never thought of myself as better than you. But now you get in the recognition, you get in the views, you get in the likes, you get in the stages, you get in the features, all these things. And it's like, now it's just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I don't really got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? It got me jaded from the industry, because it's like, that's the industry making you act like that. Because if I come around you, if I get around you, you ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you got a whole bunch of industry people with you, that's different. But we still eat the same. We still drink the same. We still sleep the same. We still bleed the same. And you know that. You know what I'm saying? So when you come around me, it's not like that. But in a social media sphere or in the industry sphere, it's like, yeah, there's hierarchies. You know what I'm saying? And I got to stay in my place. And I never been okay with that. I never liked that. I always, if you see my discography, I made music with the people I wanted to make music with. I didn't care where they was in their career or what they could offer me. I did it because I respected the person and I wanted to make art. And I feel like the industry destroys that aspect to a sense, not in totality, but to a sense. So it kind of got me like jaded from the industry. It kind of got me jaded from like people that I know in the industry. I'm not even talking about just artists. I'm talking about lawyers. I'm talking about A&Rs, managers. I'm talking about producers. I know you, bro. Like, forget all this other stuff. I know you. Your parents know me. Like, we know each other. You know what I'm saying? But we can't make art because a deal or a contract or this or that, I bet you can't repost me. You can't show me love because it ain't matching up with how you trying to post stuff on your page. And I bet, you know what I'm saying? That's not an industry I'm running to. That's not somewhere that I'm like zooming to get involved with anymore now that the veil has been lifted from my eyes. So I think for me, not even I know for me, music is my tool to reach people, right? But just like us talking right now is my tool to reach people, right? Not only am I reaching you in person, but also whoever is listening later on, right? So I had this revelation one time that your biggest fans probably not even born yet. And that was a crazy revelation for me to have because it came out of nowhere. And I was just like, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a target audience. You know what I'm saying? You know how you come up with a target audience? You like, I got a target audience. They're this, they're this, da. How can a target audience be unborn? You know what I'm saying? How can a target audience be, they're going to be 15 in 16 years? You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that possible? But I heard it loud and clear. Like, of course, internally, I'm not saying like a voice, but it was internal. Like, don't be too caught up in them getting it. Keep on going because your biggest fans not even born yet. Your biggest fans can't even choose what music is played in a car right now. They just in a car. You know what I'm saying? They that young. You know what I'm saying? So I started thinking about Bob Marley, Tupac, Fela, you know, all these artists that people, these kids is fan of them to this day. Like they just coming out or like they making music now. You know what I'm saying? But they long and gone and them people wasn't even born when they was as hot as they was. And so I kind of started resonating with that more and start thinking more futuristic and start thinking more like it's okay if they don't get it now. Yeah. And it's okay. It's also okay if I don't blow right now. Like I got okay with that. Even though people hit me all the time like, man, you should have been blown. You should have been blown. It's like, yeah, sometimes I go along with them like, I know they sleep. But nobody sleep. They not sleep. I am not putting in the type of effort that is required for an artist to get that type of attention. I don't have a label. I don't have a full service team. It's me and my wife and the people around me that want to help out every now and then. You know what I'm saying? How? You know what I'm saying? Other than virality, and we see that's not sustainable. But how am I supposed to just blow up just making good music? So I understand that. And so for me, it's not about blowing up. It's about making the good music, but it's not just about good music. It's like I'm trying to make healing music. I'm trying to heal through this music so it don't have to happen right now. You know what I'm saying? You could hear it today. It don't really hit. But you down bad and it just accidentally come up on your playlist because you listen to it, and your algorithm just know what you need. Boom, and it pick you up. You know what I'm saying? And people have told me this. People have told me I've been having a terrible day and you came up on my playlist. And I just wanted to show you some love and I just want to tell you keep going. You know what I'm saying? So these people got my number. Imagine the people that don't even know me. Imagine the people that don't got my number. That's who I'm putting out music for.
Yeah, bro. And I'm going to just say this, dog. I feel your passion as we speaking. I've seen you throughout the years of just different projects from the Hey Leaf on Fire to what we talk about now, bro. Like, and I've been a supporter. I used to rock t-shirts and everything. I rocked a t-shirt to Asteroid. I don't even know if you knew that, bro. Like, I wore that to the Travis Scott concert, bro. I was like, yeah, I'm ripping my boy today, man. But, dog, you do have a voice, and I just pray to God, like, you don't stop the music ever. Like you know that you one of them ones, and you know that you're supposed to be big, bro. I know that you said like I'm just reality, bro. Is when you're this genuine about something, it's gonna make room for you, bro. God is just gonna bless you, anointed. I'm just like you have an anointing on your life, bro. So anytime you feel like you want to come on this platform, bro, say no more. You know, A-Leaf got to support A-Leaf, bro. For real. And but Yeah, dog. Let everybody know where they actually can find you, where they can stream you, all of those things, man.
Yeah, John Patrick Egbo, everywhere. Type in John-Patrick, and I'm gonna come up. My plan is to be more consistent, putting myself out there, because one thing I do know is that negativity is consistent and strong and powerful. It's us positive people that feel like, that platform not for me, or nah, we need to be on social media. We can't say social media filled with, so if it's filled with that, as long as they allowing us on there, we need to flood it just like how they flooding with the negative. You ain't finna beat no evil by being soft or being invisible. Like, you gotta be bold, you gotta be present. So I tell that to myself, like, I gotta be more consistent how I'm showing up, not only in person, because I do this in person all day, every day.
Facts.
But I also gotta do it online, because sometimes you know how people be like, don't show somebody when you've given something to the homeless, or it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I think it depends on your heart, because I'm not doing it to look good for y'all. But I'm doing it for the person, but I would post it to let you know it's happening, and you should do it too. Like, we posting, you got people posting guns. What's the people that's watching them gonna do? They're gonna want to pick up the gun. So if it's impressionable, if people are on here learning, why are we not on here teaching? You know what I'm saying? Why are we not showing the correct thing or good representation? Why are we scared to show the good? Because we don't want nobody thinking that we're trying to show off, or they showing off all that negative. She's showing it off the chest. They showing it off the money, the drugs. They showing it all off, and it's okay because it's negative. So why can't we brag? You know what I'm saying? Why can't, and I'm not even saying, that's why I say you got to check your heart. Because I'm not saying really brag, but I'm saying, why can't we be proud of our positive accomplishments and share it in such a way that somebody else is going to want to do the same?
Facts, bro. Hey, man, you know you got to keep at us. Anytime.
Love.
Anytime, bro. Say no more.
Love.
Much love, bro. And I love you, dog. And I'm praying for you. Much success for everything you got going, brother.
Appreciate it,
No,
fam. Same here, bro.
Dead serious. I'm so serious when I say that, man. So
same here, bro.
Man.
This is needed. I'm
Yeah.
an artist. My main tool is through the music, but you giving us artists, us entrepreneurs, us community leaders, you giving us another tool. You know what I'm saying? So you are needed. You are just as special.
Appreciate
you know what I'm
that,
saying?
man.
Because you have to not only think of this, but also put it together and bring it from a thought to a reality, and then have the boldness to invite people, you know what I'm saying, into your world, into your creation. You know what I'm saying? So that's worth an applause as well. That's worth a pat on the back as well. That's worth a keep going as well. Because if you stop, what we gonna do?
Say no more.
Who we gonna sit on the other side of the room with, in front of a microphone with? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So
true.
I appreciate you, bro. God bless you, and may God pour into you so that you don't feel like you pouring everything out and not getting anything back. Because I know how it is. As a man, as a father, as a husband, I know how it is. You know what I'm saying? So I pray that God is pouring into you. It don't have to come specifically from your wife. It don't have to specifically come from your child. But I pray that you get poured into so you can continue pouring into them.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Patrick, bro. And
The Green Print.
And look, just like that, it's a wrap. Till next time. Peace.
Southwest.